I no go touch alcohol again with my hand, even with stick. When you were saved, your mind was not taken. If God left your mind, it's because you need it. Nobody will tell you that this year like that you will have to struggle. Everybody is telling you this year you shall succeed.
Can you leave my church alone?
You cannot be starting the year at a zero budget and your first goal is that you want to build an estate. So don't use faith to set goals that are unrealistic. Alright, coming in, I just heard us talking about habits that we've thrown back in 2026. In 2025,
yes.
And we're gonna go into 2026. And so I thought it wise that we talk a little bit about New Year resolutions. You know, I know most of you who are watching now, by the time you were crossing over from 2025, you already started telling yourself, for 2026, my New Year resolution is this. Even some of those habits they called in fashion as that, you have taken some of those decisions, I'm sure. I no go touch alcohol again with my hand.
No.
My even with stick. I don't drink my last bottle. So and there's probably a lot of things that you've said. Some people say they don't believe in New Year resolutions. They find them overrated and all they like. But personally, I like to congratulate everybody who has even thought of taking a resolution. Why? It to a certain extent means that you want to change. It means that you have taken an inventory of your life. It means that you have really looked deep into you and into everything that has happened in 2025 and you have said, well, I need to drop this, I need to drop this, I need to build this. So congratulations first of all of even thinking. I believe that if you think and with the right steps, it's possible. Let nobody tell you that. I know the normal balance everywhere is that every year you keep making the same resolution and you don't keep it. I prefer somebody who makes like that than one who doesn't even just make. I'm a believer of intentionality, of course. So even though what they are saying is true, but I still prefer somebody who says I will not do this, and then for one reason or the other you find yourself there. So today I'm here to help us to be able to make those resolutions and keep them. So we're going to be looking at some reasons why people don't keep New Year resolutions, or some reasons why we take decisions and we are not able to stick to them. We're going to look at 3 reasons for today, and number 1 is that we set unrealistic goals.
Unrealistic goals.
You know, over ambition get the way. When somebody is over ambitious, they just they say anything that comes into their mind without really taking time to analyze what they are saying. Somebody will say, I'm going to do 1,000 push-ups in a day. How realistic is it? It's almost impossible. So when you start setting goals, remember when we're talking about goal setting in 2025, one of the things we said was that they should be achievable. So when you sit down and you are thinking about the resolutions you are taking for 2026, you should take resolutions which are realistic. Okay, you must be able to sit and look at it and see whether it's something that can be accomplished within the space of 1 year. For us, some of us who walk by faith, faith is not foolishness. You know, some people take faith to think that they can move mountains with a finger. My brother, that's impossible.
The bicycle carrying a camion, a truck.
You understand? So that's the impossible perfect tense. Impossible. I call it impossible perfect tense. So most of us Christians fall in that trap of setting unrealistic goals because we think that we have faith. But I always say faith is not foolishness. Faith is total reliance on God. But it has to also
faith without works.
Thank you. And it has to also come with you using your head. Remember, when you were saved, your mind was not taken. If God left your mind, it's because you need it. So don't use faith to set goals that are unrealistic. You cannot be starting the year at a zero budget and your first goal is that you want to build an estate.
Come on.
We're not saying that it's not possible, but I think it's going to be possible based on point number 2, which is lack of specificity. So your resolutions also have to be specific. Now, saying that I'm going to build an estate in 1 year could be realistic, but not specific.
True.
Why? How are you going to build that estate? That's the important part of it. And when you start looking into specificity, you may realize now that that goal is not realistic.
Okay.
Because I'm going to build, okay, somebody will say, I'm going to save 5 million this year. How are you going to save 5 million? So the easier way to do this is what? I'm going to save 5,000 francs every week from so-so and so-so and so-so businesses.
Okay.
Or from so-so and so-so sources of income.
Right.
You're a salary earner, you can put a resolution at the end of every month. I am leaving this amount in my account. Now you are looking at the future, which is realistic. You cannot be earning 250,000 and you expect to save 200,000 monthly because you want to have 2.4 million at the end of the year. How do you pay your rent? How do you feed? Except that you'll be stealing from somewhere. So I'm saying that you need to analyze all your sources of income before you say, I am going to do this. Because it's only going to come from your income. A plus is good, but you must be specific when you're making a resolution. It's not about the big words, but it's about how you're going to achieve those big things you have in your mind.
Okay.
It's okay to dream big, but you have to take it one step at a time.
All right.
You want to build an estate, good. Start by saving. Estates are not things that take 2 million to build. They take hundreds of millions to build. So if you have that dream in future, it's good, but you have to start planning year in, year out, and you have to plan based on your sources of income.
True.
So you cannot be saying you're going to save more than you earn. That means you're a thief.
You are.
It's not just say the year go any. If the year one no get 5 million from my account, what is your daily income?
Good question.
What are you doing? What are the plans you have in mind to do to make sure that you meet that goal? That is what you should be specific about, and not necessarily that picture.
Okay.
When you start with those things and you're specific, you can now set an attainable goal. You can now set a goal that is reachable. And then sometimes when you're thinking like that, it kills that ambition also. Every human being is made to be ambitious in one way or the other, because everybody wants a comfortable life. We want to live well. We want to enjoy. So I cannot want to enjoy and I'm not thinking big. You can't. All right, I must think big. But we are not saying that you should not think big. We are saying that you should shine your eye and be realistic. And the number 3 for today is that we rely on motivation.
Okay.
You know that 31st to first night, there's motivation everywhere in the air. You understand?
It's raining.
Those of you who are going to church, they are telling you, nobody will tell you that this year like that you will have to struggle. Everybody is telling you this year you shall succeed.
Can you leave my church alone?
Alright.
Okay.
Am I lying?
You are not lying, but just leave us alone.
It's good though. I'm not against those declarations.
Definitely.
My problem is that you should not be more motivated than you can actually do.
Okay.
They say this year, receive 5 million in your account. Amen.
Miracle not the prayer, Jesus.
All of us believe in miracles. I'm so a believer of miracles.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that motivation dies.
True.
Most of those things that you're answering amen to is from the place of motivation. A good number of us are not even receiving as we ought to. We are just being motivated because everybody's charged and everybody is rababa shamanana. You understand? So it doesn't happen only in church. You know, during that period, everywhere you go, every gathering you go, there is a lot of positivity in the atmosphere, which is good. It's good, but reality will dawn on you when the year actually starts.
True.
The challenges will come. They will. The year might not even start the way you've anticipated, the way you've motivated yourself for it to start. Things may not go the way you plan.
Yeah.
But now, if all your reliance was in that motivation, before the first month goes out, you'll be demotivated.
Yeah.
So you need to put all that motivation aside, air your mind and think rationally. Make rational decisions. I always encourage people to even do all those things before the end of the year. The end of the year is charged.
It is.
it's charged. Either you do it like 1 month, by the end of December, you should start planning your next year. By the start of December, sorry, or November, you should start planning your next year. You don't start planning your next year on the crossover. And you start motivating yourself when you have not put any plans in line. Motivation will die. All those big dreams you have, at one point in time, you will find that you cannot realize them, and it will demotivate you again. That's why I'm so focused on the fact that you should not set unrealistic goals, because when it dawns on you that you cannot realize them, it's going to weigh you down.
True.
It works for some people, it doesn't for some people, but it's better to set realistic goals and surpass those goals than to set unrealistic goals and then you cannot even meet up to them. It kills your working spirit and everything that you have. So we have these 3 for today, and we'll continue with the other points tomorrow, of course. So don't rely on motivation. Set realistic goals. And what was it?
That's it.
You get sense.
I'm not doing Jerry, please. Yeah, so thank you very much, Mrs. Serena Williams, for always doing what you know how to do best. And ladies and gentlemen, remember, as this year unfolds, it might be you didn't make any resolutions, but you want to set goals, just as Mrs. Serena Williams have stated. Be realistic, be specific, and do not be over motivated, right?
Yes.